His Excellency Turkey Al Sheikh, he wants to see the rematch between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, and he's now offering Mike Tyson $700 million.
Mike Tyson has reportedly received a staggering $700 million offer from Saudi Arabia for a rematch with Jake Paul, confirmed by Mara. Fans are still outraged over the first controversial fight, and many would love to see Tyson return to knock out Jake after that debacle.
Such an incredible fight, and bring it to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
It is not something to surprise on. We have a lot of fights.
The first fight barely hit $20 million, and now we're looking at $700 million, a massive jump. Sure, it's flashy, but it feels like another cash grab. Let's be honest, the last fight was as genuine as a reality TV script. However, my research uncovered some surprising science behind the hype.
Kid, when he was the champ, it was like, people don't understand what a champ he was. Like, he wasn't just the heavyweight champion of the world, he was an executioner.
Tyson, once the undisputed king of the ring, feared by many and admired by even more, has returned to boxing at 58. Why? If you believe it's for the love of the game, I've put a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you. This comeback is nothing more than a spectacle, now leading to a rematch. Yes, it's Tyson versus Jake Paul again, nostalgia colliding with controversy as Tyson takes on one of the sport's most polarizing figures today.
Wasn't the Tyson-Jake fight, wasn't that amazing?
Yeah. It's amazing they got paid so much money for that.
25 million and 40 million?
I think 20 and 40.
Let's be clear. Tyson's return has always been about the money, not the glory. Sure, he can still throw a punch, but this isn't about reviving the Iron Mike persona, it's about cashing in. And now the payoff is here. Tyson has been offered a staggering $700 million for a rematch with Jake Paul. Yes, $700 million. If you still think boxing is about pride and honor, you're missing the point. This isn't about sport, it's pure spectacle. It's a global stage where Saudi Arabia aims to flex its influence in the world of sports.
Is he a legitimate boxer?
A legitimate boxer, yes. People mocked me when I was saying that before, but now I think people are coming around.
So, why Jake Paul? The YouTuber turned boxer has turned a controversial career into a money-making machine. Love him or hate him, his fights are always more circus than sport, a spectacle designed to grab attention and rake in cash. Every time Jake steps into the ring, it's not just about the fight, it's about the drama, the hype, and selling pay-per-views. People tune in not for a technical masterpiece, but to see if he'll finally get knocked out by someone other than Ben Askren or Tyron Woodley. Now, we've got a $700 million rematch on the table. But here's the twist. This isn't just another drama-fueled fight. It's being driven by Saudi Arabia, not any usual promotion. Yes, you read that right. Saudi Arabia is behind this massive showdown.
A lot of things about this.
You're just a big fight fan.
Yeah.
You love boxing.
Yeah.
Yes. Why? Where did that come from?
From the youngest generation.
Saudi Arabia is making a bold move in the boxing world, and the mastermind behind this is Turkey Alek, head of the General Entertainment Authority, known for bringing WWE to the kingdom and attracting Cristiano Ronaldo to the Saudi Pro League. Alek now has his sights set on transforming the world of boxing with a massive $700 million offer. Why would Saudi Arabia invest such a huge sum in a Tyson versus Paul rematch? Because this isn't just about two fighters, it's part of a much grander vision.
Such an incredible fight, and bring it to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
It is not something to surprise on. We have a lot of fights before, and in the kingdom we are focusing in a lot of things.
Saudi Arabia is aiming to become the global hub for sports and entertainment, with every major sporting event taking place on its soil. The Tyson versus Paul fight is just the icing on the cake of a larger strategy to establish the kingdom as the future epicenter of global sports entertainment. And what better way to launch this vision than with a showdown between a boxing legend and a YouTube sensation? It's a fight filled with drama, hype, controversy, and a price tag that will turn heads. But here's the twist. Tyson's true fans, the ones who remember his lightning-fast knockouts, know the reality. Tyson's return isn't about rekindling his passion for boxing or making a heroic comeback. No, it's a calculated move to cash in on nostalgia and secure one final massive payday.
Mike Tyson has a puncher's chance against anybody. Mike's 58 years old.
Tyson may still have the charisma, but let's be honest, he's not the fighter he once was. The punches he throws now are more about creating buzz than truly intimidating his opponents. If you think this comeback is a glimpse of the old Tyson, think again. It has all the signs of a cash grab. While the glitz and glamour may fool some fans, the true ones aren't buying into it. Then there's Jake Paul, a man whose career thrives on spectacle and controversy. Whether mocking opponents or challenging legends, Jake has turned boxing into his own personal soap opera, always keeping his name in the headlines.
Such an incredible fight, and bring it to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
It is not something to surprise on. We have a lot to fight before, and in the Kingdom we are focusing in a lot of things.
Now, Jake Paul is being offered a shot at one of the greatest fighters of all time. If he wins, it would be the crowning achievement of his career, finally legitimizing him as more than just a social media sensation. But if he loses, it's tough to see how he can walk away without losing serious credibility. Still, Jake isn't naive. He knows that regardless of the outcome, the payday and the attention will be worth it. This fight isn't just about punches or knockouts. It's about the spectacle, the money, the hype, and the media circus. The event itself is set to break records.
He's now offering Mike Tyson $700 million to knock out Jake Paul. And it's all coming from...
Let's break this down further. The $700 million isn't just for the fighters. It's an investment in one of the largest marketing campaigns the world has ever seen. Saudi Arabia isn't just paying Tyson and Paul, but funding the entire event. Promotion, marketing, global broadcasting, sponsorships, and media blitzes are all part of the deal. Now, let's take a real look at Mike Tyson's legacy. At 58, he's no longer the powerhouse he once was. Tyson may still have a few punches left, but he's far from the dominant force that once ruled the heavyweight division in the late 80s and early 90s.
Yeah, I maintain that in the time where he was champion, like the 2 or 3 years where he was at his best, he's the greatest fighter of all time.
Of all time.
Of all time.
Whether you love him or hate him, Jake Paul has managed to carve out a controversial boxing career, one driven more by spectacle than substance. From YouTube pranks to increasingly polarizing bouts, Paul has mastered the art of generating attention. Now, he's set to face Tyson in a rematch. If Jake pulls off an upset and beats the 58-year-old Tyson, it could be a career-defining moment. But let's be clear, this wouldn't be a legitimate triumph in the eyes of true boxing fans.
Jake Paul, I mean, as of right now, for what he's doing, it's good for what he's doing. But once he fights a real fighter, it's going to be bad.
Tyson versus Paul may sell tickets, but for boxing purists, it's a spectacle that cheapens the sport. Fans who value the art of boxing, the skill, discipline, and true legacy of fighters will see it for what it is, a glorified sideshow, not a legitimate fight. A win for Jake Paul won't silence his critics or prove his legitimacy as a boxer. Instead, it will only deepen the divide between genuine boxing talent and the spectacle-driven circus that has taken over mainstream coverage of the sport.
Jake needs these guys. Jake needs Tyson and needs all these other people because everybody's going to tune in to hope that Mike Tyson knocks him out.
Boxing deserves better than this, and so do its fans. If Tyson is truly concerned about his legacy, he should stay retired rather than chase one last payday that risks tarnishing the sport. So, what's next? While there's no official announcement yet, the negotiations are already heating up. At 58, Tyson has a lot to consider. Can he physically handle a fight like this? Does he even want to step back into the ring against someone like Jake Paul? On top of that, there's the issue of Jake's schedule and the logistics involved in staging an event of this magnitude. Let's not fool ourselves, this would be a massive operation. Social media will play a huge role in all of this. Both Tyson and Jake are experts at generating hype online, and you can bet they'll use their platforms to ensure the world is watching. Twitter wars, Instagram posts, TikToks, it will be the digital event of the century. So, is this fight inevitable or just another pipe dream in the world of spectacle-driven boxing? We don't know for sure, but one thing is certain. If it happens, the world will be watching and the impact will be felt for years to come.